Wait. Okay, I was just looking stuff up about the game because I was curious when it came out, because I feel like I watched somebody play this like years ago. I don't know why, but I just keep on getting like, I feel like I've seen this before kind of vibes about it. Like I watched Nico B play it or something, because I feel like I remember seeing that demon like underground at one point, like actually in the bunker. But it says that this game has multiple endings and there's no real like truth one way or the other. But yeah, that's kind of, I mean, I want a solid ending. That's why I was like, oh my god, there's so much different things, but I get it though. I get why the game's like, oh, it's your truth. It's your, you know what I mean? But whatever, let's go see what's in the safe. That's why I was like, oh my god, it seems like everybody had something to do with it, because I guess theoretically everybody did do it. Henry said the code. It unlocked. Proves that it pays to be nice to people sometimes. Let's see what the citizen like Henry be hiding in his safe. Grimoire of Medea. A bit of light reading. This book predates The Great Betrayal, which was written by a scholar of the esoteric Medea. She was famed for learning how to communicate with the gods and hold cosmic communes with them.
Like this.
This should be in the restricted vault of the Syndicate's library. He accessed the restricted area a decade ago. Did he take this? I guess this is the book Henry said he was given. This might prove that his pet possession was aided. Someone wanted the island to be invaded by demons, but why? Okay. So the book was in there, go figure.
The investigator is here.
Dr. Danger.
Pico thinks demons tricked the inhibitors, and now that's how Henry escaped. It's certainly a theory. Is it a good one? There's no proof. I can't say anything without proof. We've never encountered this phenomenon before, but every race of demons is different. It's worth considering, but you need to try and find proof before relying on the theory. We'll keep that in mind. What about death screams? Could that cause an adrenaline burst? Maybe, but I don't know how you'd weaponize a death scream. What about one of these?
Strange.
Looks like it records death screams. Is that a directional speaker?
Sure.
It is. How would you record a death scream? You can record brain activity using electrodes. This device looks like it has a crystal in it. Some crystals are capable of recording emotions. The death scream gets written onto that, and upon simulation, the crystal would output the scream. It's a one-shot use, though. You can see that the crystal is burnt out. You can never experience a death scream. That, as I'm not a sufferer, I presume you want my opinion, though. The demon that possessed Henry is attuned to psychic energy. This could have been used to agitate it. Handy if you wanted to turn Henry into a weapon. The third holy seal is a blood lock coded to council blood. Makes sense.
Sure.
We got the council blood. It's not a trick question. Love dies, only the council. What if it wasn't true? Are you asking if someone secretly has council blood? That's a stretch, Love dies. What about you? Do you keep samples of council blood? I do for medical reasons. They're locked down, though. Could someone have taken one?
I'm worried.
They're under high security. Anything suspicious recently? Nope. Anyone been in your clinic who shouldn't have been there recently?
Island is about to
Nope.
end.
Although I did catch Sam in there. He was just picking up his prescription, though.
Investigator is here.
Can you check the council blood samples are all accounted for? Let me just pull up the inventory on my phone. Sorry, the app's taking ages to load. That's odd. There's one missing, but the security alarm didn't go off. Whose sample's missing? Kafka memories. There's an abnormality with Kafka's login to a blood lock. This is bad, Love dies.
Have a bad...
You don't need to tell me. This puts you and or Sam at the scene.
You've got this wrong!
I've got nothing to do with this. The blood sample from your clinic was found on the seal. You found Sam, Snoopy, in your clinic. Maybe he took the sample and used it.
You've got this wrong.
Well, it sure as hell wasn't me. Why don't we know who Henry's father is? You mean, why wasn't that traced like every other birth? Yes, you're the doctor after all. When she gave birth, she said she didn't know who the father was. What about DNA? The test came up blank. Isn't that concerning? Very. Not a lot I could do, though.
The hell?
Why would a DNA test come up blank? We missed someone and didn't have them recorded. I don't think this is important. Love dies. I'm not sure how it relates to council murder. What if someone deliberately kept the birth a secret? Why would they do that? Someone having an affair they shouldn't be? Is a possibility, but they need some high-level clearance for that. Or access to you.
Island is about to end.
That's quite an accusation, investigator. Ice Kiwami fathered a child.
You're joking.
What?
Got it.
Blood samples match.
Professional.
The only place you can go to get samples of Kiwami's blood is from his grave. You broke into my best friend's grave to get a blood sample? You desecrate the resting place of someone I consider a brother to run around with some conspiracy theory? We're done here. I like you, investigator, but I'm happy. I'll help you with any genuine lines of inquiry, but I will not tolerate this. Do you give Sam blood? Yes, I do. He has a rare condition. You might have noticed he has no flesh and his skeleton is bright red. The council proved letting him have citizen blood, that is, let temple. Developed this condition a few sequences ago. I suspect his body is starting to give out. Yuri, you shit, I'm coming for you.
Respawning.
Obviously, that's not what I intended to do.
You reunite.
Got time to chat, Yuri. What is it? You look like you're the kind of person that likes wine.
Don't be sniped.
I do, a refined drink. I'm able to enjoy expensive wine, better wine. You're fortunate. It helps I have access to older wines, always a sign of quality. Nicely aged wine is luxury. I'm glad you agree.
Worthless.
Not everyone can appreciate wine isn't something for novices or the lower class. You're knowledgeable. Yes. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. Yuri, let's rap for a second.
How dare you?
Rap.
When love dies,
You
that remains other facts.
You put a key in the nightmare computer connected to the obelisk on the beach and activated them. What are you talking about?
Paradise feels wrong.
You did, I got the logs. Don't worry, someone else accessed them, but they were more intelligent than you and used wireless access device.
Dare you?
More intelligent, the insects on this island can barely tie their shoelaces, let alone figure out the symbols on the obelisk in space. Thanks, Yuri. For what? You just told me about the symbols on the obelisk, which I didn't ask about, and you'd only know if you'd used them. Where'd you get the key from the access to the obelisk?
It's easy.
I have no idea what you're talking about, freak. Don't hold it out on me, Yuri. I know you know the secret of the second seal. I have nothing else to say. You know anything about the third holy seal? Of course not, they're mysteries. Stop wasting time. You know why a book that you took from the library was in Henry's safe? Nothing to do with me.
Paradise feels.
Henry says a stranger passed him a forbidden book and told him to keep a secret. That book is one you accessed.
Naive freak.
Not sure you could prove that, freak. If I remember correctly, the library vaults only record entry and exit, not what was read or taken.
Got it.
Not opportune, don't you think? Don't be snide with me. Did you access the library vault and give forbidden books on demonology to Henry? No.
Fine is repulsive.
You're the only one of the suspects who accessed that vault.
Sufferable.
It doesn't mean the book came from me. You see through a million eyes and may you reach the moon.
Sam Daybreak.
Fancy a drink?
You know me.
Fancy a drink?
This is by the blood deadly Voltex. I trust neat is okay. This one is a pinch of taste.
Nanny, the hell?
That sure hits ya. I don't serve this to many guests. If I do too much, it's harder to appreciate, but you understand, don't you,
The
LD?
investigator is...
Do you miss being an assassin? Death doesn't interest me anymore, LD. But it was your calling for so long. Being an assassin hurts too many people. I have a new calling, a new craft, can't you see? You miss the Paradise Psycho unit.
Don't like this.
Every day, being an investigator completes me.
Ionic plant.
That's how I feel, LD. Serving the right drink can change a life. That's better than taking a life, isn't it? If someone didn't take a life, I wouldn't be here having this conversation.
Oh.
That's true, isn't it? I have enjoyed our conversation, LD. I hope the rest of your investigation proceeds smoothly. Is this our last chat?
Is that your LD?
I'm afraid I need to say goodbye to this ball one last time. So many memories.
Be back.
Been a pleasure, Sam. Take care, won't you, LB? Always. What are you doing in Doom Jazz Clinic, Sam?
Is that your LD?
What do you mean, investigator? Doom Jazz told me he's seen you sneaking around his clinic.
You accusing me?
We must be all deliberate with words, mustn't we? The wrong word choice can darken truth and cast a false light on conspiracy, can't I? I have a prescription I need to get from the doctor. Prescription.
Don't need
After Lydia killed me on the battlefield, my body refused to die. I lived on this form. I think it suits me, don't you? Unfortunately, it has become quite debilitating. A few sequences ago, I began to require regular blood infusion. Where do you get the blood? It's all ethically sourced from Doom Jazz and approved by the council. Every citizen lets blood as part of their worship, and some of that comes my way. Helping the syndicates is helping the gods, right? Please check with Doom Jazz. I'll corroborate my story. If you and Lydia went out of the syndicate, what's the plan for sourcing blood? There are a lot of blood banks out there, LD. I'm not going to start killing, am I?
Oh.
Didn't happen to break into a secure container and take a vial of council blood, did you? That's not something I would do, is it? Why would I need to do that? It would be if you were trying to breach the Holy Seals. Are you accusing me, LD? We'll see. And the blood vial in your chiller has letter K on the label where the first name would be.
It's a fact.
Kafka Memories blood sample is missing from Doom Jazz Clinic, and you were seen snooping in there.
what?
Is there an accusation anywhere in there, LD?
Don't like this.
Do you know what the Holy Seals are? They're a secret, aren't they? How would I know?
Sure.
One is a blood lock. Several days ago, that blood lock was opened by Kafka Memory. I'm sure a council member had business in the council building, didn't they? Monstrat decided that the council should only ever enter the penthouse as a group.
Crime cannot hide.
I think you used that blood sample to gain access to the penthouse. Why would I do that? Are you denying it? Of course I am. I don't know what the third seal was until just now, did I? Never said it was the third seal. You did, didn't you? Nope. I was careful not to. Thanks, Sammy. May you always live in the shadow. May you reach the moon. Yeah, I feel like everybody conspired with each other. I know it said had multiple endings or whatever, but I feel like it literally could be anybody. Anybody and everybody. And we haven't talked to Witness in a while. We can chooch over to Witness's place. He doesn't take long to get to.
Witness to the end.
I just need to become more secretive, maybe a bit of paranoia.
What?
Who told you that?
Crime.
You're hiding something from me?
This island is
Others get jealous when you pursue purpose in life. My holy work doesn't concern those who are straying. My personal business is my own. Secrets are dangerous, Witness. They can take physical forms before you realize. You don't need to lecture me, investigator. Witness, I need to talk to you.
The investigator is here.
What do you know about the device that I found? It looks like it records the death screams you suffer from and replays them. When fitted with directional speaker, it allows them to be targeted. I found it pointed at Henry's cell. Doom Jazz hypothesized that someone possessed a demon would be agitated by it and they have a spike of adrenaline.
And the truth.
Sounds perfect for whipping up Henry into a frenzy when Akiko went to execute him, giving him a chance to escape. The death screams are torture. I would never inflict them on anyone else.
I have a bad...
So you're denying it?
Surely this is a joke.
Of course. There's no evidence that I placed or used the device. Why did you give Sam a piece of godflesh to hide?
What?
What did he tell you?
I don't like this.
You first.
What?
I needed somewhere to store the flesh. I'm worried that there are people in the syndicate that would sabotage my research. Who?
Surely this is a joke.
I have nothing concrete.
It.
And the why? That's awful nickname Perfect 25. The desire for perfection now. They don't want someone proving the council wrong. So you didn't use it with Sam to breach the fourth holy seal. Okay. This is the first I've heard of it being used with the fourth seal.
I have a bad feeling.
We'll see about that. Do you know anything about the third holy seal? The holy seals are set keeper on purpose. What do you know about the murder of Grace bloodlines? Wasn't that case solved years ago? Okay. May you fly with destroyed Eden,
The gods are watching.
and may you reach the moon.
Halt! What do you want?
Got it.
Architect Carmelina Silence.
I ask you some architect. What is it? How can you be so sure the next time will be perfect? There's no certainties in architecture and design, both are nebulous and subjective. We can never be sure that the design on the next island will be perfect.
Sure.
Why are people calling it Perfect 25? The mind always looks for reassurance, something concrete to hold on to. The world is chaotic and people crave respite.
Have achieved perfection.
We believe we have solved the problem of demonic corruption. The syndicate seized upon this as a sign of success, a sign of perfection. You think it will be perfect?
Craft is its own reward.
As close as we come to it, the syndicate has so many problems to solve with the islands. Our work is always undermined by the threat of demonic corruption. We cannot do our holy work unless our home rots around us.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Can the syndicate cope if Perfect 25 fails? It won't fail.
I'm glad to be back.
Hypothetically,
I am the leader.
concentrate on your investigation. Let me worry about perfection.
I beg your pardon?
Can we discuss something? Okay, yes. What do you want to talk about? Do you have something you want to tell the investigator? I wasn't truthful. Witness used that bunker for a legal study of demons. We wanted to find out all we could for the sake of the island. Ever since that beginning of the syndicate, there had been zero tolerance on demons. The missed knowledge frightened him. He trapped a killer demon and experimented on it. I haven't set foot in there in years since before he started.
Strange.
Where'd he get a killer demon? He trapped one, I don't know how. He kept it secret. He still means a lot to me. The killer demon would die when Island 24 ceased. Henry's demon had already done irreparable damage to the island. This one wasn't going to do any more.
Ah,
What about Witness? I put it out of my mind. We fell apart and each other's matters became private again. Can you tell me about the secret panic room
I
experiment?
have no idea what you're talking about.
Where'd you do that? People talk. I abandoned that a long time ago. It was designed to be a bunker of sorts. Didn't you just literally tell me about it? My plan was to dot them around the island in case of attack. Syndicate members could hide it. Tell you about the message you sent to Akiko telling her to leave Grace alone with
I
Henry.
have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what message you're talking about, investigator. I have a copy of it here.
This is nonsense.
I'm sure that's a fabrication. I have no authority over Kiko. I can't order her to do anything, must not break procedure with something so dangerous. Why'd she step out of the room, leaving them unattended? I have no idea. You'd have to ask the Grand Marshal. You know anything about the Third Holy Seal? It is a secret investigator built without my knowledge. Okay. Then we can hit up Akiko and Henry and Witness again, apparently. Sure, she has something to say.
Sure. What the hell?
Henry Division.
Let's talk, Henry. The fuck is up with the slaughter ritual? Citizens don't get to go to the next island, so ritual takes place where the citizens are sacrificed to the god. The temple becomes awash with blood, and the psychic energy of the depths is directed with the gods of the high priests.
Of course!
Don't you think that's really fucked up? It's the worst part of the whole thing. Perfect 25 should end it, no more dead
I
islands.
must be the bad guy.
But a big
right?
fucking load of kidnapped citizens, though, right? Sounds real perfect. Whatever. I found a forbidden tome about demonology in your apartment. What are you doing with it? Are you fucking real? This is one big fucking joke. What the fuck do you think I was doing with it? Propping up a table. I was doing some fucking demon fuckingology. Who gave it to you? Stranger, we went through this already. Is this where your memory fails you? Oh, get cute. Okay. You wanna hang out?
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Got a minute?
The hut.
You're going to die. Humor me. Do you still collect war relics?
Prost.
Why do you care?
I'm glad to
Friendship, Akiko, we've been through this. Fine, yes. Okay, good. What's the centerpiece of your collection? Centerpiece. The most important part.
Prost.
They're all important. Pros. The relics are created through the actions of soldiers giving their lives in combat. How could one be more important than the other? That's a good way of thinking about it.
Shpebune.
I know.
Soldiers.
Take this as a shell of a demon I killed in Romania before Syndicate. Thank you, Akiko. I appreciate it. Now we played this friendship thing out. We're done, right? Done?
I'm a soldier.
Yes, we became friends. Now that's what you wanted. You can leave me alone now.
Sorry.
That's what you wanted, Kiko. Took longer than I was hoping. Fine, and Rosito.
Relic obtained.
A petrified shell from a demon that Akiko killed during your campaign against Damned Harm. Okay, she's done. Your night be bright, and may you reach the moon. I know we just hung out, but you want to hang out again?
Division.
Be mighty convenient if you did. Damn it. Okay, well he's... Let's go see... What's her name? One last kiss.
One last kiss.
Got time to chat? I have all the time in the world until the island ends. What's your take on Perfect 25? There's no such thing as perfection. The Syndicate has obsessed over demonic corruption but turned a blind eye to the corruption of itself. Introspection was never a strong suit.
You understand it?
I believe it is never ceasing trend, don't you? I've been in the Idlelands, nothing to except introspect up there. What did you learn? Mysteries we leave behind hurt more than the mysteries we could reach out and grasp. I hope you like Buffett's Investigator. There's nothing but mysteries on this island.
What mystery?
Are you enjoying being in paradise back on the sun-baked concrete.
Investigator is here.
The syndicate needs an investigator, and I answered the call. It's my role was. What roles are the others playing, I wonder?
I have a bad feeling about
That's what I'm here to find out. Hope you do, investigator. Do you know anything about the third Holy Seal? Who could get through there?
mystery.
A special lock requires an unusual key. You live in the shadow. You reach the moon.
Witness to the end.
Crime cannot hide.
Witness, can I have a testimony that we're using the secret bunker for demonology research?
This is a judge.
From who?
Don't test me.
Who do you think?
The end times.
Whatever. You think you know, you don't. I always work for our holy masters. This has nothing to do with the murder of the council, though.
That's it.
I found the killer demon inside the council penthouse with the victim's blood all over its claws. You think you're onto something, but you don't know what you're talking about.
Facts and the truth.
Why don't you tell me?
Same.
If you think you have some wild conspiracy theory, you'll need to prove it in the trials. I won't talk further about this. See you in court, witness. Okay. May you fly with destroy Eden.
The gods are radiant.
And may you reach the moon.
You reunite.
Got time to chat, Yuri.
So pathetic.
Can we make this last time for you? Have you ever been in love, Yuri?
Freak.
Love doesn't offer anything. Love constrains ambition and blinds you to your goal. That's true.
What do you mean?
You surprised me, freak. I took you for one of them, a fool blinded by weak emotions. Take this, you should read it. Do Not Feel Guilty by Yuri Knight. You wrote a book? It's not hard, is it? It's about pursuing ambition. I'm sure it's insightful. Goodbye. Goodbye, Yuri.
Relic obtained.
Hey, I think he's all done too. May you see through a million eyes, may you reach the moon. Hey, who's left? Go visit Henry, I guess.
Henry Division.
Let's talk, Henry. This helping? These little chats helping you work out who did it? I'm getting a picture of the island. I understand the crucible of crime better. Like what do you see? Anything good requires sacrifice. We're about to achieve perfection. I fucking knew it. I knew you were one of them. You can't fool me. You're just like the rest of them. Whatever.
Vision daybreak.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
What's good to eat on this island? The deep factory nailed the meat this time, the synthetic meat that is. Notice how there's no livestock on the island, the deep factory got expanded. All the meat is made from a culture of bugs. There's a huge cavern full of bugs breeding in the meat growing operations. Does it taste good? Yeah, real good. Yuri always claims he doesn't like the real thing, but he's just that type. He's the pickup I dread each time. The amount of bullshit that comes out of his mouth is out of control. I think he's a wine connoisseur. Dude, you live on a synthetic island where the grapes are grown underground in a lab. This isn't high-end stuff. He tried to tell Sammy all about the whiskey one time. Sammy renounced violence, but he thought Yuri was about to get a nice pick of the eye. Sorry, LD, didn't mean to go off. He drives me crazy. You vent all you want, but he's new to me. I trust you on this. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll drop you off at the beach again. Perfect.
One last kiss.
Got time to chat? I have all of the time in the world until the island ends. Are you worried about blinking out of existence when this island ends? What a wonderful bedside manner, investigator. You do your job and I will have nothing to worry about. My killer will be brought to justice and I can be laid to rest. Are you hoping for an afterlife? Heaven, hell, eternal paradise of the cosmos, or an endless suffering and whatever the generate hell the gods have devised. Isn't something to worry about. I can't be helped. What if there's no afterlife and you spend your life hoping there is? What a waste.
Leah waits.
Until you believe in the afterlife, investigator. Life is to be lived, not spent waiting. Bravo, investigator, you get it. Isn't it heresy not to work towards heaven with the gods? Just because something is hysterical does not mean it's wrong. Besides, you can do the work of the gods without being burdened by the worry of heaven and hell. Attachment leads to suffering. Trust me, I have a unique perspective on this. I'll take that advice on board. May you always live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon.
Architect Carmelina silence.
Can I ask you something, Architect?
Achieved perfection.
I want to give you something, Investigator.
What the hell?
I have a worship of blood dancer. It's been preserved and reformed in a storage device.
Is it so?
The chronicles of blood dancer have been printed onto it. By examining the crevices of the eye, you may learn about the god.
The facts and the truth.
Blood dancer caused multiple planet-wide genocide. He perfected his insane technology.
Nonsense.
There are always sacrifices for the progress, Investigator. What are your sacrifices? A personal question. Every day we make micro choices about how we live. Each one bears the weight of our vision and our own future. Is doing this going to raise my goal? No. Should I do it? Even though it's more beneficial to the world of our loved ones, can I live with the consequences?
Sorry.
That sounds grave.
We have achieved perfection.
Individual consequences do not have to be life-altering. They all add up, though.
Craft is its own reward.
Please go and enjoy the island Lady Love dies, though it may learn more about yourself. Thank you for your time, Architect. Oh my god. I'm like, at least it's the end of her. It's, I don't know. There's just so many people, and it's like a lot of this text just feels like it doesn't matter. Like, oh, life and death and blah, 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 blah. But a lot of it just feels like it doesn't matter. And it's like, I'm reading this, and it's like, the roundabout ways they say, and I don't know what the trial's going to be like, to be fair, yet. But they're so roundabout. Like, oh, we found out about the demon thing. It's like, okay, we know the one guy that was specifically witness was dealing with the demon thing. After we found that out, we still hee-hawed around it, and like other people, it was just like, oh, whoa, oh my god, the demon thing with witness. It's like, I didn't know that. I already knew it. Why are we discussing it again? I get it, like, you want more information out of people, but like there was already times where it was just like, I was talking to witness and I was like, oh, well, that it might be the wrong example, but I know there was a time where it's like I already knew something from somebody else, and I was talking to the person like I just knew that information. Like I just figured out the information. A gift from Carmelita, preserved eye which has had the Chronicles of God blood dancer recorded to it. May the silent goat walk with you. May you reach the moon. Okay, let's go see Henry and then Lydia. Even though I should be able to just talk to her in the car, but no. No, Already maxed? Who's the other person I didn't max? Oh, One Last Kiss. God. Or did I max One Last Kiss? I can't remember.
Media daybreak.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
Think you could ever go back to the old life? You mean being an assassin? You asked because of the case. It's all off the record, just chatting. I told you that part of my life is over, got no taste for it. Do you miss it? I miss the abstracted or the actual murder part. Having a skill to get good at was good, gave me a purpose. These hands aren't for killing now. I've just got a long time to think on these islands. It's just not worth it. What isn't worth it? Ending lives was the point. All life is too important to end early. My line of work was just facilitating another person's ambition. You should be working for yourself, not someone else. What about working for the Syndicate? That's different. We're part of something here, a higher calling. We worship our gods and work for their glory. Not the same as a few coins for a slit throat. What about you? Happy to be working again? I'm not so sure. How come? The Syndicate's changed. I'm not sure everyone's working for the glory of the goods anymore. I may have a bigger problem than just last night. I'll drop you back at the beach again. This time I brought you something. This one of your paintings. Yeah, from one of the beaches. This is amazing. Thanks, Lydia. Something to remember your return to paradise by. If I get an apartment on the next island, this will get pride of place. Appreciate it, LD. Listen, I enjoyed our drives, but you need to get this thing solved so there's a next island. Get at me if you got a question about the case, yeah? Will do. Thanks again, Lydia. Okay, we're done with her.
Relic obtained.
May your spectre gaze upon a star, and may you reach the moon. Okay, well, we're gonna talk to One Last Kiss, and hopefully become friends with them. I would like to get the last of the findable items, but I really don't know where they are. I'm saying, it's like you probably have to be within so close to them or whatever.
One last kiss.
About time to chat. I have all the time in the world until the island ends. Is the Syndicate worth saving?
Do you understand?
That's for you to decide. For better or for worse, the crime happened. The Syndicate was on a straight path. Now the path branches. The truth you believe in will determine the fate of the Syndicate. Which branch do you think we should take? Weed out the corruption. The Syndicate is no place for paranoia and conspiracy. If a holy cause, we have forgotten that. We are in position to craft a perfect society. You said there was no such thing as perfection. So I did. The idea of perfection is intoxicating. We all let our guard down and start believing in it. We kidnap people from the real world and force them to worship our gods. They're pressed into service on the island, working our factories, our farms, for being killed in a mass slaughter ritual. Hard to imagine much perfection coming from that. Perhaps we should wipe the slate clean.
Strange.
How do we do that? I have no idea, investigator. Kill every one of them. You always live in the shadow. Hopefully I can just go to a different location, come back here, and I can get her next cutscene. I don't know. Hmm. Some kind of message in the bottle. Let's see.
Investigator is
These seem to be lyrics. The theme of the song appears to be doing anything you can leave your home and get away. Breaking the cycle, finding something new, going on a shopping spree, never coming back. Time by the day breaks. Lydia and Sammy sound like they're unhappy here. They're looking for a way out of the syndicate. Okay. Oh, now I gotta talk to them again. Let's go to Syndicate Apartments to actually go to Witness's place to go through the portal to go see the seals. Convoluted way to get there, but it is what it is. It's where Shinji said he found the space helmet in petals. There aren't any flowers, so where do these come from? Yuri wears a hat with pink flowers.
One more kiss.
Time to chat. I have all the time in the world until the island ends. How do you deal with the corrupt ruling class?
you paying attention, investigator?
No society has ever worked out. The real world would be a different place if they had. The ruling class are more insidious than the gods. They corrupt all that they touch, mutating society is something that only benefits them. But every ruler means the guillotine, and another takes their place, society bursts them with no respite.
Would benefit
What would you do?
like these.
Change hearts to change minds. I hope you're right, I hope you can do it. The cycle repeats until you do. I have enjoyed our conversations, but you have a job to do. Paradise needs saving. I will assist you where I can. Oh, investigator, I have something for you. Don't need it. Why do I need it? Never forget the clock is ticking.
Relic obtained.
Vintage watch of pain. One last kiss watch in the aim. May you always live in the shadow. May you reach the moon. Okay, got full one. Yuri. This judge, it's my gun, isn't it? I don't see anything else besides my gun. Okay. Is what it is, I suppose.
You reunite.
Ever wore a space helmet, Yuri? Why would I wear a space helmet? Get through the second seal. They've been through it, freak.
Is this a fact?
Space helmet was discovered by surrounded by pink petals that look like they came. That's the most tenuous thing I've ever heard. Freak are grasping at straws. May you see through a million eyes, and may you reach the moon. And then we have her, who's on the pier.
Lydia daybreak.
Been writing lyrics, Lydia. Why do you beat LD?
Sure.
Found these lyrics at a bottle. But wait, that's embarrassing. I should know the tide around this island was junk. I assume they have some meaning.
Right on.
Never ask a songwriter about their lyrics, LD. If you can't intuit the meaning, you weren't meant to know. Okay. Well, I believe we have everything now. Every single thing. All the suspects, all the crimes. Why do I feel like there should be another person there? Okay, I guess we have all of our evidence. So let's go park our butt in front of Judge and stop filming for the day because I've been recording for like 4 hours. And I'm tired. Something all the way over there. Maybe I'll go see what that is. Found it. The bottle of whiskey. Do you have any secrets? I tried it once and didn't like it. Why not? The dog spiraled in my stomach when someone got close to a secret. That's part of having a secret. It proves it's worth keeping. Put me off my food.
Relic obtained.
7 spies with Subtain named after a group of martial spies that have attempted to infiltrate a hidden Zagra in Africa and never came back. Okay, now, theoretically, we should have everything.
Game saved.
Okay. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.